Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. The NFL offseason always seems to bring a mix of hope and uncertainty, especially for a team like the Green Bay Packers. Last season, we saw the Packers build a solid foundation with some key players. But as we gear up for the 2025 season, there's a cloud of concern hanging over one of their most critical positions, running back. And this isn't just a small issue, it could be a game changer. The focus here is on Marshawn Lloyd, a talented running back who, up until recently, looked poised to be an integral part of the Packers' offensive plans. But now, with his injury, everything is up in the air. Lloyd, who made waves as a standout at USC, was expected to be a key piece in the Packers' rushing attack. The coaching staff, led by head coach Matt LaFleur, has always emphasized the importance of establishing a strong ground game. LaFleur, known for his innovative offensive schemes and a penchant for using a committee approach at running back, has often rotated players to keep legs fresh and defenses guessing. But last season, the Packers leaned heavily on Josh Jacobs, who had just signed a massive 4-year deal worth $48 million in March 2024. Jacobs, a proven star, racked up over 300 carries, and at 27 years old, it's clear that such a workload isn't sustainable for multiple seasons. This reliance on Jacobs was understandable, given his talent and experience, but it also revealed a vulnerability. The NFL, as we all know, is a brutal league where injuries are just part of the game. And now, with Lloyd suffering a hamstring injury during a preseason game against the Indianapolis Colts, the question isn't just about his recovery timeline, but also about what it means for the Packers' depth chart moving forward. Head coach Matt LaFleur was cautious when discussing Lloyd's status, saying he would miss some time, but avoiding any definitive timeline. That kind of ambiguity leaves fans anxious, especially when considering how important the running game is to LaFleur's offensive philosophy. Let's not forget, the Packers have always been a team that values a versatile, multi-pronged rushing attack. Early in his tenure, LaFleur successfully managed a squad that featured Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Jamal Williams, three talented backs who shared carries and kept defenses on their toes. That approach not only kept the running game fresh, but also made it unpredictable and dynamic. But with Lloyd potentially out for an extended period, the Packers are faced with an immediate challenge. Who will step up? In the current roster, the backup options include Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks, who will be tasked with filling in. Both are promising, but neither has yet proven they can carry the load as a true RB2 in the NFL. The team did add some intriguing names in the offseason, like Tyrion Davis-Price, a former third-round pick from the 49ers, and Israel Abanikanda, a fourth-rounder from the Jets. These players bring potential, but they are still unproven in the NFL's regular season grind. The coaching staff might be looking for more stability, especially with the stakes so high in a division as competitive as the NFC North. This is where the rumor mill heats up, and the news gets particularly interesting. Reports have emerged that the Washington Commanders are shopping their running back, Brian Robinson Jr., and that could be a golden opportunity for the Packers to bolster their backfield. Robinson, a second-year player out of Alabama, has shown remarkable consistency on the ground. Over his first 3 seasons, he's managed to rack up between 700 and 800 rushing yards annually, and he's also improved as a receiver, gaining 368 yards through the air in his second year, though last season saw that number dip to 153 yards. Still, his ground game remains solid, and his durability is noteworthy. Now, the interesting part is that Robinson did not play in Washington's recent preseason game against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's a red flag for many analysts, and ESPN's Adam Schefter reported that this absence could signal the end of his stint with the Commanders. The team, as per several sources including Jordan Schultz, has been actively shopping Robinson around the NFL, possibly seeking to trade him before the season starts. Robinson's contract is entering the final year, which makes him an attractive trade target for teams looking for a dependable back without giving up too much draft capital. So naturally, the Packers are among the teams that could be eyeing such an opportunity. After Lloyd's injury, adding a player like Robinson makes perfect sense. He provides a reliable option for a team that values a balanced rushing attack, something LaFleur has always prioritized. By acquiring Robinson, the Packers could regain some of that versatility lost with Lloyd's injury and reduce the over-reliance on Jacobs. It's no secret that LaFleur prefers a committee approach, but with the workload Jacobs had last season, it's clear that having an effective, dependable second option is vital to avoid burnouts and injuries. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. The Packers' offensive philosophy hinges on a smart, balanced attack, with Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, and Jamal Williams all playing key roles in previous seasons. Jones, known for his quickness and elusiveness, is a perfect fit for LaFleur's offense, while Dillon provides power running, and Williams brought a bruising element. Now, with Lloyd potentially out and the team seeking reinforcements, the addition of a player like Robinson could restore that balance, especially considering his consistency and experience. Of course, the trade doesn't only benefit Green Bay. For the Commanders, trading Robinson, who is entering the final year of his contract, makes sense if they're looking to rebuild or retool their roster for the future. Reports indicate that Washington is seeking draft picks, like a fifth-rounder in 2026 and a sixth-rounder in 2027, in exchange for Robinson. This move could be part of a larger strategy for Washington, who might want to give more opportunities to younger players, or simply clear cap space and assets for a rebuild. Now, for Packers fans, this potential trade is exciting because it signals that the team is actively looking to adapt and improve. LaFleur has always been a coach who values flexibility and strategic depth, and acquiring a proven NFL runner like Robinson would be a smart move to bolster their offense. It would give them a dependable second option behind Jacobs, especially during the grind of the regular season when injuries are bound to happen. But beyond just the immediate tactical reasons, this move hints at the Packers' broader ambitions. They're not just looking to compete, they're aiming to contend seriously. With the NFC North always being a battleground, especially with teams like the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions making significant moves, every edge counts. The Packers have a rich history of finding hidden gems and turning them into key contributors, and Robinson, with his steady production and NFL experience, could very well be that missing piece. As we look at the upcoming season, fans should keep a close eye on how this situation develops. Will the Packers pull the trigger on a deal? Will they wait and see how their current backs perform in the preseason? Either way, the message is clear. Green Bay is not content with just patching things up. They're actively seeking ways to strengthen their roster, and adding a reliable back like Robinson would be a smart strategic move that aligns perfectly with their long-term goals. Now, let's talk a little about what this means for the team's overall strategy. LaFleur's offense has always thrived on unpredictability. With a balanced running game, the quarterback can operate with more freedom, play-action passes become more effective, and the offense as a whole becomes more difficult for defenses to scheme against. Having a versatile back like Robinson would allow the Packers to run multiple schemes, from power runs to more creative outside-zone concepts, depending on the game situation. And don't forget, Robinson's experience in the NFL makes him a player who can step in immediately and contribute. His ability to consistently gain yardage on the ground, combined with his improved receiving skills, makes him a dual threat. Paired with Jacobs, who is already a proven workhorse, the Packers could develop a formidable tandem that keeps defenses guessing. This is especially important considering that Jacobs, at 27, is entering a stage where workload management becomes crucial to prolong his effectiveness. Furthermore, it's worth noting that the Packers' offensive line, which has been solid and dependable, plays a crucial role in enabling a successful run game. With LaFleur's emphasis on a balanced attack, the line's ability to create running lanes is vital. The addition of Robinson would support that philosophy, providing another strong runner to complement Jacobs and potentially Jones and Dillon in the future. Looking ahead, fans should also consider the impact this potential trade could have on the team's draft strategy. If the Packers do acquire Robinson, they might be more inclined to focus on draft picks that strengthen other areas, knowing they have a reliable veteran back in the fold. It's a strategic move that could free up resources and draft capital, allowing the team to address other needs, like linebacker or secondary depth, during the upcoming draft. In the broader context of the NFL landscape, the trade market for running backs has been lively this offseason, with teams realizing the importance of having a dependable, versatile back. The Packers, known for their smart roster management, could be one of the teams to capitalize on this trend. Robinson's availability might be the perfect fit for their current needs, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Lloyd's injury. And let's not forget the fans' perspective. Green Bay fans are some of the most passionate and knowledgeable in the league. They've seen how crucial a strong running game can be, especially in cold weather games and playoff battles. Adding a player of Robinson's caliber would not only boost the team's on-field performance, but also energize the fanbase, who are always eager to see their team make smart, impactful moves. To wrap up, the situation is still unfolding, but the signs point toward a very interesting development in the Green Bay Packers' quest to optimize their roster for 2025. Whether they pull off the trade or wait a little longer, one thing is clear. The Packers are looking to adapt, to be strategic, and to stay competitive in a division that's only getting tougher. The potential addition of Brian Robinson Jr. could be a key piece in their puzzle, providing the stability, experience, and versatility they need to contend at the highest level. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news.